Hurricane Dorian ripping through the Bahamas, setting its sights on the U.S. coast. Take a look. Dorian's winds have gone down. They've decreased lately. Forecasters now calling it a Cat 4 storm. You are seeing the powerful storm from space as it barrels toward the Florida coast. You are also getting a close look at the strong winds ripping through the Bahamas, causing massive damage. And while the storm is, as I said, now a Category 4, it was a 5 when it slammed into the Bahamas. Heavy rains and high winds whipped through the area with gusts at more than 200 miles per hour. Storm surge up to 20 feet high. People fleeing and forcing their way through the weather to weather it out in their homes, with more than 50,000 seeking shelter as debris spread across the land. In coastal cities and towns up and down the southeast coast, people are bracing for the blast from Hurricane Dorian. While the exact path is still unclear, the Category 4 storm's strength is undeniable. Jay Gray is on Hilton Head Island with the latest.
Hey there, things calm right now, and that's why officials, first responders want people who are leaving to pack up and get out while the conditions are good. We're under a mandatory evacuation right now here on Hilton Head Island. More than 1 million people being asked to evacuate from Georgia through the Carolinas right now. It is one of the most powerful hurricanes on record. Dorian ripping through the Bahamas, a Category 5 storm with sustained winds of 185 miles an hour, gusts up to 220.
This is not our first hurricane, this is not our second, and this is not our third. We have lived through some hurricanes, and we will live through this to God's grace and mercy.
Prayers being shared in Florida as Dorian takes aim at the U.S. Hurricane watches and warnings now in effect across the peninsula.
If it doesn't take that turn north, it's coming straight in here at Category 5, so you have to act.
Actions that include mandatory evacuations. The governors of South Carolina and Georgia now asking at least 1 million people to evacuate the coastline starting today, with Dorian's forecast track bringing Category 3 winds and waves later this week.
You need to take action now if you're at risk. If you've given mandatory evacuation orders, you should not try to tough it out. You should get out.
That's what I'm worried about, the wind. The wind is, that'll be a changer for me to either stay or go. If it's a Category 1, 2, I might stick around. A Category 3 or 4, I might consider going somewhere else.
Along with Dorian's strength, it's its unpredictability that makes it so dangerous.
This has probably been the most frustrating storm we've ever dealt with. Just not knowing what it's going to do and not knowing where it's going to go and when it's going to come.
Regardless of when or where Dorian may strike over the next several days, the time to prepare and for many evacuate is now. Now, it looks like this storm is going to shadow the eastern seaboard. If it does make landfall in this area, it would likely be sometime late Wednesday into Thursday morning. In Hilton Head, South Carolina, I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.